So let's take a look at how we do night vision on the Panasonic HC-VX870. Now normally when I film with this camera, I have it set on auto. So everything is set for auto, which makes things easier for me. But in order to do the night vision, you have to have things set on manual. So if it's not set on manual, you want to go into this menu here and select manual. The next thing you want to do is you want to go into the menu over here and you want to go to record setup. Then you want to scroll down until you see night mode right here. Right now it's off, but you want to click on that. Now you have three selections here. The first of which is infrared, which we're going to take a look at in this video. The second of which is color. And then, of course, the last of which is off. Color is using the regular camera function, but just having a slower shutter speed so that it actually takes in as much light as possible. I'm not really going to do that in this video because I'm just going to do, like I said, the infrared, because I found that if you're going to use the color mode, you should have it on a tripod and not move it at all, because if you do move it, the end result video is not going to be that watchable. If you want to put it in night mode, you have to select infrared. There you go. Hit exit, and we're in business. So you may or may not be able to tell that on the screen here everything has a green tinge to it. And that's because it's using infrared light and it's illuminating the subject. The only difference is that right now there is daylight going on, so everything is lit up with actual light. Infrared will work in total darkness. So I can't film the night vision right now. Fortunately, I filmed some stuff last night with the night vision mode on this camera, and let's take a look at that right now. Okay, so I'm in my office up here, and I have the infrared night vision enabled on the camera. And you can see that there's some part of the screen that's obscured there, and that's because of the lens hood that's actually obscuring the infrared light on the camera. So if you take a look at the camera, this right here is where the infrared light shines out from. Right down here, you might be able to see a kind of glossy plastic area there. That's where the infrared light shines. And that infrared light is used to illuminate the subject that the camera is filming. So you can obviously see here that this shroud, this lens collar here, is in the way. So that's why we had some issues with filming with this on. So let's remove this, and it's very easy to do. All you have to do is grab in here and unscrew it, and then remove it. So I have removed the lens hood, and as you can see, it's no longer obstructed the infrared light, and it's illuminating everything very nicely up here in my office. Now, originally what I wanted to do is I wanted to do night vision on a waterfall, and it would have been pretty nice to see if it worked out. Unfortunately, the infrared light on this camera is not bright enough to actually illuminate subjects that are very far away, especially outdoors. So what I had to do is settle for an indoor shot here. The room is totally dark, so the only thing that I am seeing in this room is through the camera lens here, or through the viewfinder screen, and it's allowing me to see what's in this room other than what I know is in this room, but it's allowing me to actually see it here in my office. So it's working pretty well, and no complaints so far. So of course we're getting night vision through this camera through infrared light, and that's how it's seeing everything here. And one thing that does work on infrared light is a remote. At least some remotes do. If you have a line of sight remote, it is an IR remote typically. This is my Samsung television remote, and you can actually see through here, which under normal light would be totally opaque. You wouldn't be able to see through it, but you can see through it right now with the infrared light, which is pretty interesting. So what I wanted to try out here was to actually press a button on here, and you can see the infrared light as it would communicate with the television set. So let's just see. There we go. I don't know if these things are doing different frequencies or not, but as you can see there, the infrared light is flashing. So let's see if that's going to have any effect as I point it in the same direction that the camera is pointed. Yeah, you can see it actually illuminates a little bit out there. You can see the flashing there. So I thought that's pretty interesting. So that's a quick little video on the Panasonic HC-VX870 night vision mode. And when I did record that night vision, I think it was around 3 in the morning, I had forgotten that I needed to film it, and I woke up and I was like, oh no, I need to film that. So hopefully the narration part wasn't too bad on that for me being extremely tired. But anyway, I had to break out the old Sony camcorder to film this portion of things. I will edit this all together now. You can expect probably another video this week. I'm going to be putting together, or actually revamping, my Patreon. And hopefully I will have a video this week explaining that and explaining some giveaways I'm going to be doing on Patreon. So that's going to do it for this video, and probably going to do it for any video that I'm going to do on this Panasonic camcorder moving forward, unless I find something that I'd like to share with you guys. So that's going to do it for this video. If you have any questions or comments, please post them down below. If you like what you see, please subscribe. And as always, if you want to help out this channel, you can give me a thumbs up. You can share this video, or you can share the video on your favorite social media, or you can join my Patreon, which again, I'm going to be revamping. So there should be some more news on that later on this week. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.